Hey guys, hope you're doing okay. Hey Lola, hey Dottie, hey Steph and Gail, and I know Pat's there. Hi guys, so thankful that you could be here today. So okay, this is Lisa Tedder, sorry. I also go by Tedder Bear Stamping, and I do this class every Thursday at 4. So set your reminders on your phones or on your calendar so that you can join me each time. It's totally free. And if you decide to go ahead and place an order, you will get a free pillow gift. I'm adjusting this, sorry. You'll get a free pillow gift, plus you will get the make and takes for this class. So everything will be cut and ready for you to go. Hey, Pat. So let's show you the first one that we're going to do. So my son has a hedgehog. Her name is Zelda because he likes the game Zelda. And she is the sweetest little thing. She's so cute. Except for when you scare her and she rolls up into her little ball and then her bristles are all out. But she is so cute. So when I saw this stamp set, I figured I had to get it. And the problem is that this is my first time using it and it was put on the retired list. So we are going to just enjoy it. I showed my son. He thought it was really cute, and that's good enough for me. So we're going to go ahead and do this. And then on the inside is a cute little sentiment with the mushrooms. I love the mushrooms. So let's get started. All right. So we're going to need Blushing Bride, 8.5 by 5.5. And I mean, 8.5 by 11. And let me make sure I have that right because I sometimes get it wrong. All right. Then we're going to score it. Well, my scoring blade just fell off. Hold on. Oh, that doesn't help. Nope, it was my cutting blade. And I like that at the top. All right. I like my scoring blade to be the first thing that I get, like that's close at the top, because that way I don't accidentally pull down the cutter when I need to score. So that way it kind of saves me most of the time from cutting it instead of scoring it. So now it's all scored, and I'm just going to come in with my bone folder and make sure it's nice and crisp. That lets it come together. Hey there, Carol. Yes, it's been a busy day, and I've been having fun. All right, so we're going to come in with a piece of soft suede that is, and I didn't write it down, so we're going to go ahead and measure 5 by 3 3/4. That's what I thought it was. And I'm going to stamp the cute mushrooms. And I'm going to go ahead and use Early Espresso because I want those to stand out a little bit more. So I'm just going to put it in the middle, right up to the edge. Same on the other side. I just love this stamp. It's so pretty. All right. And then you're going to come in with your stitch shapes. And let me show you which one. It is the second from the smallest. And you're going to place it right here. And I have the dimensional right there. You're going to place it right here, and you're going to run it through your machine to give you the hole. So I've already done that. And there it is. And of course, because if you look at this, I have it sponged and it just looks, I don't know, it looks good to me. So I'm going to go ahead and get a sponge and sponge all the way around the edge just to make it look more like a scene. That's what I say. How's everybody's week been? I've been having trouble sleeping. I don't know why. I just lay there. All right, I'm just going to do this. I didn't do this on my first one, so we'll see whether we like it or not. I can never do the same card twice. I always have to change something up. All right, there. All right, so I'm going to close this. Then we need to have a scrap, and it just has to be bigger than this hole of Very Vanilla. And we're going to stamp our cute little hedgehog. And he is going to be stamped, no, not in that. He's going to be stamped in Memento because we're going to be coloring him. I did stamp him with the Early Espresso. It did not come out. If you're going to use blends, you have to use Memento. So it really helps. You think so, Dottie? You think it's because of the time change? I don't know. I sure miss seeing you guys in person. All right, so now I'm going to color him, and I'm going to use the soft suede and the dark and the light. And I'm just going to go over, this is the light, right? Yes, making sure. Going over all the dark pieces with the, I will go back over it with the light or the dark. I love blends. Okay, I'm leaving the belly and the eyes for, or the face for, let me use the fine tip, for the the lighter shade. And then I'm going to come in and soften all this. And I don't know why I didn't just color the whole thing. Okay, it's all good. It's been a long day. I've had a lot going. All right, now I'm going to come back in with the light and go over everything, except for where I want it to be really light. But this will blend in the darker things that I've highlighted here. Hence the name Blend. Oh, he's already so cute. Then I came in with the ivory, which I never used to color with, so it was kind of nice to use this. And this is what we will color in the rest of him with. See, that didn't take very long. And he's so cute. Now, one thing that I noticed on our Zelda and is that they have, hey, Mary and Lola. I think I already said hi to Lola, but I'll say it again. All right, so they have like salt and pepper on their quills. So I am just going to go over with the white marker or the white chalk marker. And the one trick for the white chalk marker is that you need to go a couple times, because the first time it just lays a base, and then the second time it like keeps the color more vibrant. But I love this. Okay. Not as much as I did before, but it's still cute. All right, and then I'm just going to come in with some crumb cake and sponge just close around him so it's not so stark. So we just got the retiring list, people. There are some shockers in there. It's always fun to start a new catalog, but it's really hard to say goodbye to all of the things that we have to say goodbye to. So one of the things, and I'm very upset about, is the stitch shapes. So if you don't have it, go get it because it is the best. I love them. I'm hoping that I've been saying all day, maybe we should riot or do a sit-in, something so that they'll keep it. I would love it if they would change their mind and keep it. All right, so now we're going to pop him so that he is back. And I forgot to turn off my volume, so let me do that real quick. And I did not, there we go. And I did not silence my phone, so let's just hope somebody doesn't call me. All right, so we have the big dimensionals, the strips, and I'm going to use those on the back of this just to make sure that this is for further back. I've been using these a lot more lately. They're not leaving, thank God. All right, so I'm going to bring in this, and we're going to put it around the hole just so that he will have something to stand on so that we won't have to finagle. And it's not a shaker card, but I wanted it to stand out. And it does make it easier if they're all the same. And like the birds a couple weeks ago, I wanted it to look like they were in a hole. And I'm assuming that's what hedgehogs do. We don't know. We just feed her and cuddle with her. And she loves my son. Just thinks the world of him, and he loves her so much that he has a heater in his room in the summer and the winter, and he can't let it go down below a certain degrees, which I could never do this because it's so warm in his room. But she'll go into hibernation if she gets too cool. All right, so I'm just going to hold this where I want it, and hopefully it will hit those. There, see how that worked? Perfect. All right, so now we're going to go ahead, and I have a piece of Very Vanilla that is 5 1/4 by 4. And we're going to I'm going to put a little bit of adhesive on here. And I have my adhesive right there. Just because I want it to really hold down, and that I don't have anything holding this down other than the sticky. So if you have not signed up for my Stampin' Besties group, you will want to get in on it for the following month. We're already booked through for this next class, but then we have one the following month, and I think we're going to use the Sand and Sea, which is awesome. All right, so now that's on there. And then we will put that on to our Blushing Bride. Now, the reason, it is Blushing Bride. The reason why I chose it is because I thought that this looked more like Blushing Bride, and I wanted it to pop a little bit. So, but the fun thing is that you get like $20 worth of product for our class, and you get to come to the party that we have on Zoom with all the product, and you get to make your cards with us. All right, so I have a scrap here that I'm going to do the sentiment, and that says, wishing you every kind of wonderful. And I'm going to do that, well, I guess I'll do it in Memento. And I'm just going to put it in the middle because I'm going to put it with a punch. Oh, you know what? This isn't the right one that I was supposed to use. We're going to do it on this one. Try that again. And hopefully I can get it straight because this one, it does matter. There. Okay. Wrong one that I was working on. All right. So we're going to use this die or the punch. And I always like to put it upside down. And then I make sure I have it there. And then I just do it a few times. Well, really, let's trim that because that's going to take forever. There we go. So I get it to where I want it close, and then I make sure that there's no words there that will be cut off, which I'd be able to see. And then I flip it and do it on the other side. These are fun. All right, and then I'm just going to sponge it with my leftover color that I had. And it doesn't look like any's on there, so let's use this one. There we go. All right, and then I'm going to put some dimensionals on there. Hey, Jeanette, did you get your kitty? Your little girl kitty? All right, so we're going to go ahead and bring this in. Isn't that cute? Then I've just rediscovered my champagne rhinestones. I put them somewhere safe, and then I found them again, and I really kind of missed them. So we're going to go ahead and put those on. And I do like to make it to where I have one big one and then one little one here. And then for the inside, we're going to get our other piece of vanilla, the same size as the front. And we're going to stamp the mushrooms again. And here it is. So this is an easy card. The next one isn't hard, but it's got a little bit different on there. Something that I'm hoping you'll like because it's a technique. And then I say, thanks for being marvelous. And I don't know why that always makes me think of Billy Crystal. There we go. Thanks, Steph. And it's not hard. That's what I like. But it's retiring. So if you like it and you want to buy it, make sure you go and get it. And I'm not coloring it in or anything because I want it to be simple. Kind of like how I did it on the front, where I just stamped the mushrooms and they were like that. Isn't that cute? All right, so card one done. And we've only been here 17 minutes. Not that I'm keeping score or anything. All right, so this one uses the same thing. Though I colored it a little bit with the blends with the smoky slate, colored the ribbon, which I love this ribbon. This ribbon is retiring. And then the inside, look at how cute this is. It's a tunnel card with vellum, and the mushrooms I really colored because I think they're so, which way? This way, there. Want to make sure you can see it. So isn't that cute? All right, so let's get going on that. All right. So you're going to need a piece of Mossy Meadow. Is that what it's called? Why do I think that's not right? Yes, it is right. Mossy Meadow. We change them sometimes, and then I get stuck on the old names. And that's 5.5 by 8.5. 8.5 by 11. I'm so sorry. And then we're scoring it at 4.25. I said that the last time too. All right. And once again, using the bone folder. All right, so there's the base. Here is what we will be needing. These are 2 by 5.25, I think. Let's double check just to be on the safe side. 5.25. 2. You'll need 2 of those. Then 5, and normally I write these down for you. 5 inches by 1.75, and these are going to go on top of each other. White is 4 by 5.25, and I am doing one with white and vanilla, but you'll see why. And then 2 of the vanillas that are 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. and then Old Olive that is 5 by, let's see, no, 5 1/4 by 4. All right, so that's all the stuff that we have to do. We're going to go ahead and do the front first. And I'm, like I said, if you're using blends, you have to put, use the memento. So I am going to put him right here, up a little bit. And then I'm going to, here's the stamp set, by the way. It's so cute. And I love script. I love when they have script. So we're going to cover him up because I want to put the mushrooms behind him, or make it look like they're behind him. And we're going to go ahead and put it right here. And I rock it a little bit. This is the only time I do it. And that is to, hi, Teresa, I didn't see you come in. That's the only way to get it to go past this cover up here. Oh, that's a piece of the grass that got, just looks funny because it's sitting there. All right. Now we're going to come in with my, let me move stuff here. I don't want to get confused any more than I always do. All right, so we got Smoky Slate. I'm going to go ahead. I did do it this way. Yes, I did. I'm going to get the dark and go over the, oh, and look at what I did. See, this isn't good. We're going to do this again. I'm sorry. I don't like that. I need to cut my stamps. Let me clean it and then do it again. A walk in the woods. That's what it is. And it's retiring. All right, let's try this again. See, normally I would cut, see, I cut around this to get rid of the extra halos that you would get. And this time I forgot, goodness, I got it really wet. I didn't do the insides, which I would normally do because I don't want it to be where I had those little things. So we're going to do it this way. And I got it a little wet, so hopefully it'll do okay. All right, let's try this again. Oops, he was supposed to be first. We'll do that again. It's all good. Cover him up. I think he's still wet enough to where I can do this. Much better, though it did bleed just a little bit right there, but that's because it was wet. All right, let's put the lid on. Okay, now we're going to go over around the edges with the dark, just barely, like kind of following where the black is, because I just want to have it be a little bit, because the light's going to come in. And a few of these. I don't want to color it a lot. Just enough. Now I'm going to come in with the light gray and just try to feather it up just a little. I don't know why I make it sound like I'm asking you a question. Okay, I'm not doing a whole bunch, but then I'm going to come in with my color lifter and then just feather it towards the middle. And it will get your paper wet. But that dries really quick. This is just a way to get it to look softer. And I think I need my other one. That's why I have two sitting here. Okay. Then we're going to bring in the ribbon, which is right here. I'm going to just do it over the vanilla piece. And I always just adhere it to the back. I'm going to bring this in so I can color it. And I'm going to do it with the light Mossy Meadow. See, this is my favorite ribbon, this one and the one with the silver, because I just think the metallic edge looks so good. So this is retiring too. So if you decide you want some of this, you better go get it. All right, so I'm just going to put this aside for now so it can dry. We'll start working on our sentiment, which now I'm going to come in with that piece of blank paper that I had earlier, or that I was going to use. And this one says, "The adventure begins." And I'm going to use Mossy Meadow. And come in with my other punch. And this one is retiring, which makes me sad too. But I can get over this one retiring more than I can with the stitched shapes. Anybody else want to go and do a stand-in or a sit-in? And then I'm going to cut a piece of Mossy Meadow and cut it down the center. And trim off the tips just because we don't need those there. And we'd have to do it later anyway. Okay, so I'm going to run a piece of tape along this. All right, so this is just going to go. I'm assuming that you could come in with something else, just a piece that you could put behind it, but it's just easy for me to just trim it. Isn't that cute? All right, so I'm going to put that on dimensionals. I'm still live, right? Last time we had a big storm and I went away. Make sure you talk. I haven't seen anybody talk since Teresa. So I want to make sure that you guys are still there. All right, so this is going to go on the top. If I can get it to go straight. Okay. And then now this is dry enough to where I can put it on. Though I forgot to do the bow part. So we'll do that too. Thank you, Pat. Thank you. Steph, you can come anytime. Thanks, Dottie. I like it too. It was a really fun one for me to do. And I don't usually, I mean, it's an easier fold. All right, where did my ribbon go again? It's an easier fold, but it still has that wow factor. All All right, so I'm going to color this again, and we'll put it on after it dries, and we'll start on the inside. So if you haven't yet, make sure that you like this video if you wouldn't mind, and subscribe and ring the bell or whatever you call it, and that way you'll know when I go live next time, which will be next Thursday. All right, so I'm going to put it onto the old olive, and I always go over the ribbon just to be sure it's going to stay. My second vaccine shot is on my birthday, which is 7:45 at night. So hopefully I can enjoy my whole birthday and not have any side effects until I'm almost ready for bed. Because I know the second shot you end up with a little bit more. All right, so there's that. We're going to put this aside for now and come in with the other parts. And vellum. Where's my vellum? Had it. Well, this is why we should keep everything. Here it is. Found it. So this is 5 1/4 by 6. So you're going to, now I tried to do this so many different times and it kept ripping. So you have to be very careful when you go to score it. But you're going to use your bone folder very lightly. Thank you, Lola. And go through your little guide channel here. So you're going to do it at 1 inch, 3 inches, and 5 inches. So really 1 inch on both sides. All right. So you can't use the score because it makes it tear, which would be bad. All right. Then we're going to come in and let me get my scrap paper again because I'm going to be going off. And we're going to stamp it with this leaf pattern. Oh, does that help, Jeanette, if you spritz it with water? I've never heard of that. So that would be awesome if that helps. All right. So you're just going to haphazardly stamp in all different directions. Oh, see, those two are pretty close together, but you're going to be too busy looking at the other parts of the card to really pay attention, right? All right, so you have that. You're going to have to set it aside to dry, but then you are going to come in with the oval from the stitched ovals and cut out the center. And this is the biggest oval. And this is from the stitched shapes too. I was just getting ready to order me a whole other one so I could use it a lot. Good thing that I waited. All right, so this is how it is. Oh, I didn't use the stitched. I used the layering ovals. So you're going to go ahead and score it so it's a mountain fold at the top, and then these two are valleys. Then you're going to flip it over, and we're going to put it aside for a minute, but I just wanted to show you. And put some tear and tape on the sides. The great thing is that this is going to all be hidden, so you won't be able to see it. You won't see the tape. Okay. All right. So we're going to go ahead and put that aside for now because I want to do the inside part and that is the white piece. And we're just going to stamp the mushrooms again. And this is, like I said, 5 1/4 by 4. And it's going to go right in the middle. Hopefully that's in the middle. It's hard to tell when I can't get up over it. All right. So I need my cheat sheet to show me what I'm doing. There it is. All right. I just want to make sure I color it as good as I did it before. All right. Or as well as my son would say. You don't say it good. You say well. All right. So you're going to go ahead and go over the top with this is Poppy Parade. And this is a nice bright red. So I'm going to go ahead and cover the top. Really, I'm going to go ahead and do the underneath too. Very narrow under there. All right, then I'm going to come in with my soft suede, the light for now, because we're going to just color everything in light and then we'll come back and highlight with the darks. Blends are the best. I don't know why I like mushrooms. I just think they're really pretty. All right. Then I'm going to come in with the dark soft suede and just go over the parts. And let's make this a little bit. Go back over with the light. To blend them. All right. Then the Mossy Meadow light. Well, yes. Oh, this one's not doing very well. Let's do the dark. Looks like I need a new Mossy Meadow. Let's see if I can get this to do better. Here we go. Okay, then I'm going to bring in my scrap again because now I'm going to cover up my mushrooms. Thank you, Jeanette. I still have to color it a little bit more, but we're going to just do this first because I got to come in. All right, so I am going to use the blending brushes and the, oh, here we go. Early espresso. And I'm just going to get the bottom because I don't want it to look like it's floating in the air. The key to blending is, and I resisted this for a while. Whoop, look at I got brown up there. Is that you need to start with the light and then go to the dark. And then just keep going over it until you get it. All right, now I'm using Pacific Point for the background, and hopefully, because I got some brown on there, we'll cover that up. It won't be seen too much because it's kind of covered up by the vellum. And you want this kind of dark because you really want that, whoa, I didn't go off. You really want the red to pop when you take this off. It's not too bad with the blue or the brown up there. Okay. Okay, I'll have to try that, Jeanette. Thank you. All right. See how it already pops just with the blue? And it's okay if you got a little white out. It's not a big deal. So now I'm going to come in with the dark and to go over the parts that the artist gave us that says it's darker. Always got to trust them because I am not an artist. All right, and then go over all the little parts that they have shown you. Go back over it with the light to help it not look so stark. Oops, I forgot the baby one. Oh, I love this color. All right. But can you tell that it really makes it smoother once you go back over it? It's harder to see the different lines. All right, so we have that. Now comes the fun part, is the chalk marker again. And we're going to put dots on the top of our mushrooms. I know I don't always finish my sentences quickly. I'm thinking too hard. But I love how cute this is with the dots. Kind of reminds me of somebody that likes ladybugs. I wonder who that could be. All right. So now I'm going to bring in my scoring tool and we are going to score it in half. Because this is going to go right into the fold. And let's see where I stuck my card. We have this, which we're going to need, and the front. Do I not have the base? I have to have the base. Okay, I forgot the base. Let me go cut that real quick. All right, and then we're going to score it at 4 1/4. I might have already done it and I just don't remember and I don't know where I stuck it. Let's move this stuff so we don't get it messy. Look at how pretty that is. That's so pretty. All right, so I am going to use the liquid glue. I know, that's why I was super excited when I saw this, how good it looks with it all covered. And the red with the blue. Gosh, it's just stunning. Okay, so now you're just going to lay it right on the score line. Make sure you push it down really well. Now we have this. So we're going to take off the protective part for the sticky. And I know I'm playing with fire doing them both at the same time, but let's see if I can do it. All right. So this is going to go right up to this side. Right up. Okay. And then this is the same. So then when you close it, it'll do it. It just has to be scored because I didn't. All right. And then to get it to be really good, there we go. Okay. So then we come in with our DSP and our vanilla tags that we have, or the layers. We're just going to go ahead and layer those. And this is the hydrangea paper, as you can tell. But it really is pretty with the DSP on here. So checkered DSP. And it was the only one that I had that would go with this. And have it, well, have it be in the green family. So that's what I did. All right. So now, if you decide to order $35 or more from me this next week, you have to do it before Wednesday of next week for me to mail it out to you, because then it goes into the following week. But you're going to go ahead and get all of this cut and ready for you, so you don't have to, okay, so you don't have to do it. And that includes, I will cut this part. So that's a great deal. Yes, that is not, it is gingham, but it's, and Buffalo Check is retiring the stamp set. So this is just a gingham. All right. So isn't that cute? And then we will put this on top of here. I was going to put some sentiments on the inside, and I tried it. It just didn't look, it took away in my view. So I left everything off. Well, all right. And then that piece of ribbon that I already dyed, it should be dry by now. Ah, love it. Isn't that cute? All right, I'm seeing if I forgot anything. Yes, I did. All right, because there is no place to write on. Thank you, Steph. We are going to put this on the back so that we'll have something. And we're going to stamp the cute little hedgehog again. I'm not coloring him at all because I do not want this to be a chore. I'm just putting him down here. And then I'm going to do the I'm lost without you, because I think that's just too cute. Thanks, Lola. So you guys get to get into the drawing. Pat will draw 2 names and I will mail them. You'll have to tell me which one you like the most. And I'll mail it out tomorrow morning. And that is going to go onto the back. So now you can sign it and not take away. Isn't that cute? All right, what do you guys think? Love it. All right, so you're going to have to choose between this one with the beautifuls or this one. So, Pat, Can you do the drawing for me, please? Thanks, guys, for coming. Thanks, Jeanette. Thanks, Gail. Did you like the polka dots? I thought you would. I thought of you when I added them on there. So next week, I don't know what I'm going to be using yet. So we've just come back and you'll be as surprised as I am. All right. Just waiting on Pat. It's all good. No biggie. Oh, Lola and Carol. Yay, guys. So which one do you guys want? You'll have to let me know. I know this fold is so easy. Plus it hides everything and it's vellum, which makes me even like it. And you really have to look for those spots that I messed up inside because they're all, you can't see them. But I love it. All right. So Lola and Carol, you guys will have to let me know what you want. And, oh, you want this one, Lola? Okay. Dean says, thanks for being marvelous. He's so cute. Maybe if you guys come visit me in person, you can see Zelda. And she's so cute. And you can see a real hedgehog. All right. All right, Carol, let me know which one you want. And I will mail these out tomorrow. Thanks again, guys, for checking in with me and watching. I really appreciate it. I hate coming to these things and just being all by myself. So I appreciate it. And I will see you guys next week. Thanks.